It was all a dream just a year ago. Busting tables and serving food, but y'all don't hear it though. Now I'm on another level, but y'all ain't near it though.
Welcome to RealTalkDMV.com. I'm AJ Ryder. Today I want y'all to meet Logic, one of the hottest hip-hop artists in the DMV. Stay tuned.
My name is Logic, if you don't know by now, I'm always on my grind. And at this moment in time, I'm on the road, but I write this rhyme sitting behind Raheem Devine while he's passed out. About to hit the station for our gas is out. Look outside the window, I see shorties with...
Yo, what's good? This is Logic, hip-hop artist from Maryland with RealTalkDMV.com. When I was like 17, 18 years old, I was really into Wu-Tang, so I had like all these different rap names, and I went through a bunch, but one thing that really stuck was psychological. And I just love this word just because it's just about the mind and just the brain, and just I knew that's what I wanted my music to consist of, something that really challenges the mind. So I went by psychological, but I was like so raw and underground and like a mad rapper at the time, just so into Wu-Tang, just, you know, Big L and Nas and just all this stuff. And then, you know, when I got a little bit older, got a little bit wiser, I realized that I wanted to broaden my horizons. So I then just shortened it for marketing purposes to Logic, which of course is the science of reasoning. And yeah, so that's it. I feel like any artist, whether you know what I'm saying, whether you act or you you make music or you paint or whatever it is, you always do it your whole life. So I remember when I was like a little kid, you know, I'd be in the hood like, yo, what's up, it's Bobby, but they call me B, like just joking around. But when I got serious, man, a lot of people don't realize this. I saw the movie Kill Bill by Quentin Tarantino, one of my favorite directors, and the movie score, the soundtrack was done by the RZA of Wu-Tang Clan, and I was 15, and that's how I got introduced. I didn't know like Method Man was in Wu-Tang. I just thought he was just some famous person at the time, and it just, you know, completely opened my eyes to this world, and little did I know it was gonna be my future. Man, influences, yo, like I said, Wu-Tang, Big L, Nas, The Roots, Tribe Called Quest, Jurassic 5, like Freestyle Fellowship. We could just break it down. There's so much common, but it goes from old school, like even Gangstar, Black Star. There's just so many. It goes from the old school all the way into the new school. You know, I feel like all the classic artists are what really got me in my head, you know, founded. They gave me like a foundation. But then going into the new school, you know, you got Drake, you got Kanye West, and of course classic Jay-Z. You got Kid Cudi on a come up. You got Wale. You got J. Cole. You have all these people who are just new, and I just really wanted to create a best of both worlds with Logic, with the brand, and so definitely both new and classic are my inspiration. Okay, well let's get this straight. All right, check it out. 368 Music Group. I was never signed to 368 Music Group. Raheem Devine, Jaden Mayer, Phil Day, Sonny Norway, all the homies at 368, that's the fam. They were there before anybody else. They found me before anybody else. They schooled me on, you know, just business and a lot of stuff in this business before anybody else would. They basically lended out their hand, but we never signed. We never did any of that. It was just love. It was all love. It still is love, and it's going to continue to be love. I think people just think I was signed to them just because they never have ever done that for just any random artist on the come up, just showing them that much love. I mean, they took me on tour, you know what I mean? Which was amazing for South by Southwest. But Visionary Music Group is the first and only label that I've ever signed with. You know, Chris Zaru is my manager, and the homie Tayyib Ali is my label mate, and it's just us three gunning, man. And just doing it all day, man. So, well, it's funny. Like, I've always been like a kind of like a solo guy, kind of on my own, even when I was younger. I mean, I grew up. I'm not gonna say I had a great childhood, but I made my childhood great. You know what I mean? Both my mother and my father were drug addicts, alcoholics. You know, I just didn't really witness a lot of good things growing up. However, there were good times, you know. My mother is a sweet woman. She did have her good times. And even though my father wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? It's in the past. You know, we got a pretty cool relationship now. That's the homie. But when I grew up, I didn't grow up in the hood, but I didn't necessarily grow up in the suburbs at the same time. It was weird. It was kind of like, you know, everything was cool by day, but at nighttime, you know, it's prostitution. Like, my brothers were selling crack. Like, it's just a lot of crazy things. A lot of people don't understand. My mother's white. My father's black. My father is dark, so I don't know how I came out, but I did. and I'm proud to be who I am. And you know what I'm saying, just raised the way that I am. I just have a black man's mentality, and in the body of a white man. It's weird, you know what I'm saying. I actually have this line that goes, I said, a young black man camouflaged in the skin of another. When I converse with white folk, I feel like I'm undercover. And that's for my next project. So y'all got the scoop. But just experiencing everything I did as a child, man, it made me stronger. Like all the bad things that had happened to me, and that I witnessed and experienced, I knew wasn't right. And I guess just God put something in my heart to let me know, like, don't worry. And now it's all paid off. And I have lessons learned and experiences that I can put into my music that hopefully are helping other people, and that people have actually told me that it does, and that's why I do what I do. Wow, with my favorite, that's funny. A lot of people ask me what my favorite song is off Young Sinatra, but it's different. That's like asking you who's your favorite kid. You know, I don't know, Tyrone. Like, no, you can't just say it. You know, you love your children equally. So I feel like for my projects, each song is like my kid, and the title as a whole is my family. So I don't know, but I'll tell you, one of my favorite songs in general is off my first tape, Young, Broken, Infamous, entitled Young Sinatra. Not the mixtape, but the song, the first song. And that's the various women I'm swimming in like a shark ted apart. Shorty, it's on after dark, huh? That flow, that effortless, just effortless flow, where it's almost like I'm falling over my words, but at the same time it's so crisp and clean. I had never done that before, and that is now my style. That is everything that I'm about. But Young Sinatra, man, Young Sinatra is just a transformation. It's just, just the journey of a young man, and everything I've gone through in the past year, you know what I'm saying? Just like with the intro, I talk about everything, and just like literally what is it? We're in October, right? Last year this time, I was busting tables, I was serving food, you know what I'm saying? I had bosses telling me, you ain't never gonna be shit. I hope I can cuss, my bad. Sorry, kids. Bosses telling me you ain't gonna be shit, you ain't gonna be nothing, shaking my hand, when I left, and they're just like, you ain't gonna be nothing, man. And now I get paid shows. People are begging me for merchandise to sell stuff, and just touring and record deal, opportunities and show. It's just incredible, and it's my dream, and it's something that I never thought I would. I knew I was gonna have it, but it's crazy to see it actually come true. Well, in all honesty, man, this, like, my hometown is kind of the last people to catch on. Don't get me wrong, I love Maryland. Maryland knows that I love them. But I'm not a DMV artist. I'm a hip-hop artist. I represent Maryland. I love the DMV, from the DMV, but I was born in Maryland. I rep Maryland, 20877-301. That's where I'm from. And I love it. However, I'm a national artist. I'm a worldwide artist. You know what I'm saying? I got fans in Alaska, in Japan. I got fans in Norway. I got fans in France. I got somebody that literally is trying to book me. They tried to book me to come to Paris, so they're going to be talking to my manager. There's just so many crazy things, and I'm blessed. And that's because of marketing. I talk to my fans. I interact with my fans. I love my fans. I care about my fans. And I don't treat a fan that's from Maryland with more love than I treat a fan that's from, like, Oakland, California, complete opposite side of the spectrum. Nah, man, I love them all equally. And I'm blessed that they just want to hear my story, man. They just like my music. So, whatever, whether they smoking or chilling with a little bad jump, it's cool. It's a blessing, man. Well, I want to act. That's definitely is 100% what I want to do. I think, I'm really good at portraying emotion and honesty in my lyrics. With certain songs like Begging or Let Me Go, when I'm, discussing past relationships, you could hear the emotion, like I'm almost on the verge of tears, because, you ever had a jump rip your heart out, you know what I'm saying? So, and nobody wants to relive that. Like, I hate that song. I hate that song because it breaks my heart knowing that I had such an amazing love and that it's not there anymore. But then I think about how many people who feel the exact same way and just don't know that somebody else feels that same way. And I had the balls to put it on a record for the world to hear and put my business out there. And that's what it is. My life is not my life anymore. Ever since I picked up the mic, my life is an example. I'm not hypocritical. I've smoked, I've drank, I've had sex, I've done whatever. Whether it's before marriage or this, I'm not perfect. And I'm not trying to say I'm perfect. I'm just trying to tell my story and let people know I'm only human. Well, the funny thing is, when I went on tour, nobody knew who I was. So when I went on tour, nobody really knew who I was. It was like March of 2011, so it was March of this year, and I ran into a bunch of people, man. I ran into Kendrick Lamar, Dom Kennedy, Mac Miller, Machine Gun Kelly, Yellow Wolf. I ran into a lot of people, but I wasn't. You gotta understand, these are people I know I'm gonna work with. I'm gonna work with these people. I'm gonna see these people. So I wasn't like thirst. I wasn't like, yo, I'm Logic. I'm a rapper. If I was literally walking past them, I saw him. I'm like, hey man, what's up? Good job, man. Keep doing what you're doing. I kept it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that I'm gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? I know that we gonna be in a lab one day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be that guy that was like, yo, remember me? Like, nah, I'm straight, son. I'm Logic, and you know what I'm saying? When you hear my voice, you'll know who I am then, and that's all that matters. But it's great meeting your peers. It's great meeting the people that are riding with you, people that you look up to, people that inspire you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, Mac Miller, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, all these people are inspiration. You know what I'm saying? I love cutting raw records. J. Cole cuts raw records. I love speaking from the mind. Kendrick Lamar speaks from the mind. You can take something from every artist, and even like Mac Miller. Mac Miller's happy. Like, he's happy. You have fun. A lot of people hate on him. The man has a crazy work ethic, and he has fun, and that's what I take from Mac. So everybody has something. It was just great to meet those people. But tour was dope. I wrote All I Do on the way to Texas, on the way to South by Southwest, and I even say it. I'm on this at this moment in time. I'm on the road while I write this rhyme, sitting behind Raheem DeVaughn while he's passed out because he was in the front, knocked out, singing. Whoa! But yeah, man, tour was crazy, man. Yo, your mama fine as shit. It's like, no, I'm just kidding. Yo, you already know what it is, yo, man. It's been Logic. Make sure y'all get that Young Sinatra mixtape. Hit me up on Twitter at Logic301, Facebook.com/mindoflogic. That's MINDOFLOGIC. We got so much more on the way. It's crazy. It's only been a month. I know I'm going to watch this interview 2 years from now on my Kanye status. You know what I'm saying? Just like swagging it out, steal a couple microphones. Nah, I'm just kidding. Kanye's the man. Anyway, thanks, y'all, man. Appreciate it. Swag. You already know what it is. RealTalkDMV.com.